Hello, everybody. My name is Jim Farmer. I'm the festival director of Out on Film, Atlanta's LGBTQ film festival. This is our 38th year, and we have an amazing lineup. One of our always one of our big attractions is Georgia on Our Mind, which has lots of local films and filmmakers in it. We screened that last night. It went over extremely well, and we're going to be continuing streaming those films until next Friday. So if you have not didn't get a chance to see it last night, please, 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 the audience loved them. One of everybody's favorite films is part of that package is The Beard, and we have one of the producer, co-writer, and co-lead, Jack Karen. Thanks so much for talking to us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. How did you get involved with The Beard?
So basically the other co-lead and co-writer and even co-producer, Laura, her and
Yeah.
I went to school together. So we went to the Savannah College of Art and Design and we were in like a senior acting showcase and we had a scene that she wrote. And it didn't get approved, so we never got to do it. And we always wanted to act together. So when the strike happened, we were like, oh my God, we should do this thing. And then, a couple of glasses of wine later, and we had an entire like script. And we wrote it over the course of like a month. And then we shot it soon after. We shot it over 2 days. And yeah, it's just kind of like two friends wanting to act together.
For those who have not seen it, tell us a little bit about the concept behind The Beard.
Yeah, so the concept, it is two ex high school best friends.
Yeah.
They haven't seen each other in about 6 years. Um, Completely ceased contact, and then suddenly one of them, my character, shows up at the other's front door after her child's birthday party. And kind of tensions are there. You don't really like know why they stopped talking. But over the course of the night, you kind of start to realize the flaws of their relationships and the twists and turns that kind of come with that.
I
So,
would not I would not dream of giving any of those spoilers away, but just talk to me a little bit about um, the reuniting of these characters who haven't spoken in a while. And there is a lot of tension and a lot of things that, you know, needed to be said that have not been said, but just sort of talk about the reuniting of these two friends.
yeah, yeah. So I feel like, especially for queer people, specifically myself, when you leave high school and kind of like go off and start your life, I feel like a lot of the times you see connection with a lot of people
Yeah.
from your past. So I feel like this film really explores the emotions and like the stress and the awkwardness that it kind of like takes and like when you like interact with like these people again. So I don't know, with these characters, it's just like I don't know, it's you just don't talk to each other forever and then suddenly you just wind up on somebody's doorstep.
Yeah.
Like really just taking yourself into that perspective is just like crazy because like there's been no text messages, not talk to each other. One of them had an entire kid. So I don't know, especially if it's like your best friend, it just kind of feels a little weird. I don't know. Did that answer your question? I don't really
Yeah.
know how to explain it without um
Yeah. I mean, there's, certainly, I think a lot of this can relate to growing up with somebody, moving away, growing possibly in a different direction, changing a little bit, but still trying to maintain, friends from your past. But when the film is over, it does seem like, again, spoiler free, although there has been some tension and and the fact that these characters have changed, there is a hopefulness that they can continue on and reunite and
mhm.
talk about that.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I don't know, I feel like with like a basically like a childhood best friend, they helped kind of like shape who you are.
Yeah.
So there's like a type of nostalgia when it comes to like wanting to interact with said people again. So I feel like my character is kind of looking for like a safe space because he like failed in New York and he had to move back to his hometown. So he's looking for like a safe space to kind of like look to that isn't his family.
Yep.
And I feel like Laura's character, uh, she has just been like so like involved with motherhood that I feel like she doesn't really have like a friend, like a friend. It's all just like, moms and like being friends with moms. So like she's yearning for like a type of connection that isn't associated with a kid. And then I'm looking for a connection that feels safe and like something that I've had in the past. So I feel like that's kind of what we're looking for in the movie.
How long did it take you to write this?
It took us about like a month, I guess, maybe a little less. But basically, the way that we approached it was Laura wrote her version of the script, and then I wrote my version, and then we kind of just came together and just kind of took the best parts of each of them and just put them together. But our main issue was that it was hard for us to try to like reveal the information without being a little too like on the nose and like why are they explaining like what happened to each other.
Yeah.
So I introduced an element in the movie which is the card game that they play, and then the card game kind of just like allows them to reveal the
Sure.
information a little bit more organically.
Exactly. Now,
Mhm.
when was this filmed?
This was filmed during the strike, so it was in 2023, so it was a minute ago. Yeah, we shot it with a very small crew. Our budget was $500.
Wow.
Yeah, really small crew. Our editor was even our gaffer, so it just kind of was like everybody was just kind of helping each other out.
Mm.
And the sound equipment that we had was not good. It was like I'm pretty sure we attached like a mic, like a boom mic, to an iPhone, and then we had the iPhone also Bluetooth to like lav mics. So even the sound wasn't good. So that's like part of the reason why post took so long was because
Yeah.
like the sound was like not there. um, but yeah,
So where are you right now with your film festival run? Are you sort of in the middle, in the beginning, but where are you right
the
now?
beginning. This is the beginning of the film festival. Yeah. Which what a way to start. This is like the perfect film festival to kind of like launch us
Yeah.
off. And yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Final question. Can you talk about the relevance of having stories like this, with gay characters, gay themes at a time where our community is facing such turmoil and uncertainty? And not just that, but complex gay characters, and obviously three-dimensional. But can you sort of talk about the importance of that?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I feel like well, I'm gonna so unbelievably important because I feel like our spaces are just actively being ripped away from us or they're being made like unsafe.
Yep.
So it's important that we have spaces that we can just like express ourselves and like, share art and like share art that not only like feeds the soul, but also like teaches us and teaches us how to love and like teaches us like friendship and like honestly like my film specifically I really hope that it just makes you want to reach out to your childhood friend that you haven't talked to in a while and just see how they are because you never know what they're going through. It's a really scary time and I really hope that my film just kind of like makes you reach out to the people of your past and check in on them because it's important.
Great. Well, congratulations on the beard. And you also mentioned earlier when we were talking that you're in a show at Outfront later this year. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in a parody of Mamma Mia. It's called Mommy Dearest, Here We Joan Again. I'm playing Betty Davis, first time playing a female character in something. But I've done a lot of shows with them, so yeah, definitely come and see me. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Great. Well, congratulations. Thanks again
Thank you
for
so
coming
much.
to us. And again, this is such a good film. Our audience really liked it last night, and I'm sure people are going to enjoy it as they watch it on streaming through next week. Uh,
Yeah,
Jack, Karen, thank you so much for participating in the beard, and we'll catch up with you soon.
yeah. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.